I couldn't have done it without California Bar Syle, and this is why. The outlines are phenomenal. When comparing it to Barbie outlines or other outlines, it doesn't compare. It takes out the exact information you need, gives you examples of how to apply it. It's absolutely perfect. Shauna is working with you personally. She's at your beckoning call almost, where she would return my phone call within, I believe, 2 hours at the most. Her critiques on the essays, phenomenal, extremely helpful, and she caters a program to you specifically and how she feels that what you need to work on. She lays out an outline for you and what to do every single day, and that's extremely helpful when you're studying for the bar, because you can get lost because there's so much you need to plan for. And knowing that she sets out this guideline saying, it could be 2 hours multiple choice every day, 2 essays, write one, review and outline another one. So having that type of personal originality, or the way that she caters it to you, you couldn't ask for anything better. I was a repeater for the exam, and the reason was the first time I took it, I took Kaplan's. Kaplan's was fully self-taught. When I would grade my papers, it wasn't even being graded by necessarily a law student or someone that had passed the bar before. It was just like almost as if it was a computer-generated response, which it was, because they were just going to the teacher's manual and reading me a paragraph. So it was very black and white. The second time, when I took California Bar Syle, it was very interpersonal. I could relate with Shauna because she had taken the same bar exam that I had. And, I really can't think of any negative comments I could say about the program. The written feedback was phenomenal. Shauna, it was almost as if she had been a bar grader before. I remember in one of the classes, she brought in an actual bar exam grader. We went over a question, we did a mock answer, and the way that the bar exam grader had critiques and the way she formatted her paper was exactly how Shauna would tell us to do ours. I found that, I'd probably do about 5 to 10 papers a week, depending on the week. And each time, for each subject, I'd get different types of critique according to that subject, so I would really know how to cater my answers for civil procedure or for torts, because there's a different way to write for each one, and Shauna knew how to write for each one of those. Now, I believe the essay approaches, there's a couple classes that didn't have them, and I don't feel like I did as well in those classes. The ones that had the essay approach is exactly how I geared my essays for those subjects, and I didn't stray away from it, and it worked perfectly in my bar exam. It absolutely helped me pass the exam. It gave me all the criteria I needed and all the confidence I needed too. I could see from my first essays to the middle of my essays to the end of my essays the progress I was making, because I wasn't getting as many comments or as many critiques, and I was following the path and the guidelines that she had set forward as well throughout the program.